Hi, I'm Sketchy Recovery, and this is a compilation of this week's episodes of Coffee and a Cartoon. Remember, the rules are for each episode that I make, I get 30 minutes, one cup of coffee, one page in my sketchbook, and I have to have fun. This is just my way of documenting my process of my art journey and sharing it with you all in a way that feels creative and fulfilling, so I hope you enjoy. Hi, I'm Sketchy Recovery, and if you like pictures of hot women drawn by a hot woman, you should stick around. Hey, here we are 30 minutes later, and this is what I drew. So, I ended up taking a reference today that I really liked and turning it into this scene of just someone being free and taking up space at a disco roller rink. I've just been really enjoying the feeling that I get through like taking up space, doing something that I love, and like that as an image just has been really bouncing around in my mind a lot recently. Like I have for a long time felt that I needed to be skinnier in order to be appreciated. But recently I've just been like choosing to be confident instead and wear the clothes that I always thought that I needed to be skinnier to wear. And I'm loving the way that I look. I am loving the way that I feel and just how that feeling of like freedom and taking up space and joy is just uplifting. And I wanted to draw something that represented that today. And yeah, so much fun. I love the little details. I don't know how well you can see it, but like of the little glasses and as well as like a little wreath of like flowers in her hair, and they're just having a grand old time skating at that rink. And I just think that's super fun. Hello, I'm Sketchy Recovery, and I want to suck your blood. Okay, here we are after 30 minutes of drawing, and this is what I came up with. I took a picture of myself as reference and turned myself into a vampire, because why not? Um, I, of course, have played Baldur's Gate 3, and despite my lesbianism, did romance Astarion because I cannot resist a vampire. So I want to turn myself into one. To be honest, also the idea of the intro of like rising out of the coffin came first, and then the rest of the idea just kind of came from there. I'm just enjoying the final product a lot more rather than picking apart things in my face, in my appearance. I'm just like finding beautiful pieces in my face, um, rather than trying to pick it apart and just enjoying it. And that's really nice. Um, and this like kind of graphic illustrative style still like I'm a hold it in the cartoon category. Others may disagree, but is something I'm really enjoying. Lets me hold a whole process in a drawing. It lets me see where I started, where I came to, and like all of it comes together to create the picture. And I think that's what I really like about it is I like seeing all of the different little pieces that went into making it. Hi, I'm Sketchy Recovery, and why have your own closet when you can just steal your girlfriend's clothes? Thanks, babe. Hey, here we are after 30 minutes of drawing, and this is what I came up with. Today was a coffee and cartoon first. I ran out of time. Timer went off, I had to stop. So not everything got like the final polish necessarily that I would have wanted to have put on everything, but I'm still happy with how things came out. Like, I feel like if that was an idea that I wanted to build off of, it would be a really good starting place. Um, and yeah, I had so much fun just with the idea of like trusting the like a little dangerous and unhinged person that you're with because you know that everyone else is screwed and you're the one that's fine and you're the one that's safe. Just with like an old west theme. Yeah, that's what I came up with today. It is Monday. I'm feeling a little low energy, so I think I'm going to keep it short today. Hi, I'm Sketchy Recovery. I once had a friend tell me, I haven't heard a story about your past that wasn't foreboding. What she didn't mention was they were also really funny. Hey, here we are after 30 minutes of drawing, and this is what I came up with. The whole idea for today was sort of unlikely ally, trying to make him look very country boy, redneck, got the zins in his front pouch or the dip, probably, because, city boys are zins and country boys are dip. Maybe, who knows? Uh, Anyway, I went back through some of my old photos from when I was first starting to get back into drawing, and I first came up with the unlikely ally idea, which is back here, um, according to Google Photos on May 8th of this year. And so it's just a huge difference between that drawing and this drawing here that I just think is super cool. Um, I'll be honest, I was scraping for some inspiration today, and it just wasn't coming. But then I just thought of this old picture that I had drawn and was like, I wonder if I could do it better or different or just see what it looks like to try it again now and see what it turns into. And I'm really happy with how it came out. I think that it's a lovely, like very stylized, illustrative look that I think communicates a lot more of what I was hoping to, as well as just I'm a lot better at drawing. Like it's only been like a month and a half, but I got a lot better. Um, but yeah, that's what I came up with today. Um, Queer liberation now. Stay strapped. On today's episode of Coffee and a Cartoon, a new bombshell enters the villa. Hey, here we are after 30 minutes of drawing, and this is what I came up with. All right, I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen because it is time for a dramatic reading of today's comic because I promised you the accent is going to come back. All right, scene one, take one. I spent all day chatting up this fine bird earlier today. Tweet, 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 tweet. uh, I'll be honest, the idea for the intro and came first because my girlfriend will attest I love to do a terrible accent. And Love Island was just on the mind, and the idea started rolling from there. Um, so much fun. It felt like a whole production this morning, getting all those shots for the intro sequence and just thinking it all through. And I don't know, it was a super fun day for like the actual shooting of the episode. And I feel like because I took some time like not listening to anything and just being with my thoughts this morning, and I feel like that helped a lot of the creativity come. Um, because if I'm just constantly trying to drown out the sound of my own thinking, I'm never going to think of anything new. So just have to learn to be comfortable with my thoughts, even when I am feeling a little more low energy, which I have been this week. But that's okay because I'm still showing up. I'm still doing what I love to do, which is making art, making funny little videos for the internet. Um, and I'm excited to see where this goes. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sketchy Recovery. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Let's get started before I hurt myself.
Hey, hey, here we are after 30 minutes of drawing. This is what I came up with today. Don't want to block what he's saying, but he's thinking, this is the year I'm going to quit. And after whatever that intro was, I was just kind of thinking about needless risks and how I've somewhat recently, about 2 months ago, stopped smoking cigarettes. And for a while, I was thinking exactly like that, just like, oh yeah, this will be the day. This will be the year. This is my last pack. And it never was because I wasn't like taking action to actually make what I wanted to happen. Um, but like the last 2 months, I have been putting what I want into action, like finding the ways that I can control things around me, finding where it is that I can put effort that will actually be fruitful. And so, like, this is one of those things, like, it's starting small, but can feel like I already feel like I am connecting with a bunch of people and making things that I'm proud of. And yes, it's starting small, just like quitting cigarettes did. It started with just, I quit for one day. But I have confidence it can grow into something big, and I hope that you want to join me on whatever it is that this turns into. Hey, hey, editing sketchy here for your weekly review. Um, this week felt a lot like putting myself out there in a more vulnerable way. I mean, wearing a swimsuit on the internet as a trans person feels pretty vulnerable to begin with, but I loved that video. I thought it came out so well and so fun to make, and just like is continuing to build my personal confidence. And I don't know, I don't want to be afraid to be confident in my body, especially as a trans person, because I want to exist and I want to bring queer joy to the world. And I feel like I am getting closer to that. The more that I make videos, the more that I draw, the more that I talk to a camera, like each day that I sit here and I talk to a camera with no one else around, it gets easier because it's really awkward to project this loudly in a completely empty apartment, because like I have to make it sound good, to make it seem like a video that I'm talking to you, and all of this is like just a little stilted and awkward, but I feel like I'm getting past that point to where I'm not thinking as much, will this be embarrassing to me? Because clearly I've already embarrassed myself on the internet plenty, but will this be fulfilling? Will this be fun? Will this be funny? And like wanting to go into the videos that I make for Coffee and a Cartoon with like a more solid idea of like an overall video rather than like pulling it together as I go. And so I think some ideas are going to come day of, but some ideas might start coming from a backlog of just ideas that maybe I thought of but didn't know how to approach that day, or just like ideas I wanted to save for later, for my coffee and cartoon videos. And I'm excited to see where that goes because I want these like fuller ideas of a cohesive video to come together. Um, Also, I am currently working on a secret project that is not coffee and a cartoon related. It is going to be a long form video here on YouTube. So if you're interested, hit that subscribe button, like this video, hype it, do whatever YouTube needs to do so that more and more people can see that project when it comes out and can enjoy what it is that I make if you think that you know someone who will enjoy this. Um, yeah. Also, I feel like I'm getting my yap time smaller and smaller, which is also good because I don't need to be yapping for 3 minutes every day. I can get my points across in less words, and that also comes with some confidence about what it is that I'm speaking about, as well as like that I can find a point while I'm speaking on camera. All right, that is where I'm going to leave you for the week. I've been Sketchy Recovery, and as always, remember whatever it is that you are working on, I want you to keep working on it because you are worth it. Anyway, I've been Sketchy Recovery, and this has been Coffee and a Cartoon. A new bombshell enters the villa.